Yo, what's up? And I'm on time too. I am on time. Hello and hello. Hey y'all, thanks for coming back. I see you all in the building. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. All right. We're going to jump right in, honey. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. This is our Sunday Love and Marriage Transparent Review, Season 9, Episode 10, a Marsolider versus a Melometer. Okay. Yes, honey. We got all of our, let's see. We got all our videos here. Oh, did I get on? Let me see. Okay, hold on. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. They said, yeah, we're back. We are back, honey. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, so the show opens up, you guys, with Nelle and Chris Fletcher at this place called Valentino's. It's a pizza joint, you guys, where they're actually eating and they're discussing Chris hooking up Martell and Trish. Then Nelle brings up Melody hurting her feelings about not acknowledging her as her mentor. Like Nelle. All right, so Chris says that he's looking forward to moving his brokerage. He has a brokerage business, so he's looking forward to moving his brokerage. And Nelle is like smacking this food. She's eating pizza or something like that, and she's smacking. I was just like, oh, I cannot stand people doing that. But anyway, so Chris says that he is getting Lance to do all the work at his new office, in which he should. That's his, his son. And he wants to keep the money in the family, so I respect that. When Nelle kind of changes the subject and asks Chris if he was wrong for what he did, meaning hooking up Trish and Martell, okay? So now Chris says that it's a damn lie. He jumps right in. It's a damn lie. I ain't hooked nobody up. All right, so Nelle says, well, look me in my eyes. You ain't look at me and tell me that it was a lie. All right, look at me and say it, all right? So y'all know how I like to do, honey. I like to give y'all the visuals. So let's get the visuals. Let's get the visuals, okay? No, that ain't the one. Hold on. All right, here we go. Yeah. All right, so let's get the visuals because that's how we like to do with our reviews, okay? All right, so let's share, honey. Let's share. All right, so this is Chris and Nelle, child, sitting down eating this little pizza, and they're talking about the rumors of introducing Martell and Trish. And here we go.
How'd you feel about Martell's open house show?
Yeah.
Because that's what it was.
Yeah.
Do you think you was wrong for whatever you and Martell did and you had your hand in introducing him to Trish?
Well, first of all, that's a damn lie.
I'm right here. Look at me if it's a lie.
I wasn't. Excuse me?
I'm right here. Look at me if it's a lie.
I'm looking at you.
You look past me.
No, I'm looking at you. And I said it was a damn lie. That's what I said.
Well, clear it up, because I really want to hear.
Ain't nothing to clear up. I told you the same thing that I said at the open house. I was on the phone talking to Martell, and he was asking me about, where I was working out at. He was working out at another gym. And he asked me if any women were in that gym. And I said, yeah, there's women in this gym. Yeah, of course, there's women in this gym. And the nice looking women. I said, yeah, there's some nice looking women in this gym. I said, hell, there's a female here that just walked by. That's in the gym. Oh, what she look like? I described what she looked like, and I told him, I know who she is, but I don't know her. And all I knew was her last name. I gave him her last name, told him what she looked like. He went and found her while we were on the phone and pulled up, I guess, maybe her Instagram or Facebook, one or the other.
How you pull up?
Now, Chris lying because, first of all, Trish is your cousin. And he already said in another scene, in another episode, that he actually knew Chris, that he knew Trish because they were related. Trish already said she knew him as well. So this whole giving the last name, like you just throwing out these codes to Martell, I don't think you're doing that. And Martell, if Martell didn't know who she was, and then you just give the last name saying, oh, go here and here's her last name. Why not give her first name if that's your cousin? You could have said, hey, this is Trish. She works at the gym. She's gonna be in the gym. She's, she looks like this. Da, 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 da. You describing her. I feel like Chris is lying, and he's trying to separate himself from this situation because he knows that he was supposed to be a friend to Melody. So now he's trying to act like, oh, I really wasn't in it. I just gave him this information, and he did what he wanted to do. But really, you set this situation up when you were supposed to be Mel's friend, and you were at Mel's name changing ceremony, like you were supporting her in terms of moving on, but then you turn around and you still up in Martell's face. So I don't know, like I said, I feel Martell may have some stuff on him to where he it kind of does what Martell asked him to do, because you know how Martell likes to lash out. So Chris does what he needs to do to keep his secrets under wrap in terms of kissing ass when it comes to Martell. Let's continue.
Just by knowing the last name.
Hell, I don't know. I guess he researched it.
You say you know her, but you don't know her, but you knew her last name.
Yes, because she's related to me. She's related to me on my mom's side from my grandmother.
Y'all were scavenging hunting big time.
No, you're making it more than what it is.
And y'all done this before?
No.
Is this like...
No, ain't nothing to do before. That was the only time.
Something that y'all do?
No, I just told you no.
Okay. I just want some clarification. I just want to be clear.
Crystal.
I didn't like it, but I do understand guys will be guys.
And women will be women.
Yeah. I have said, handsome,
you say it all the time.
Most big fun. Yes, the big handsome brother. And no offense, Mel, I shoot straight. We all know Martell is fine as He is. We got Megatron now. I call him Megatron.
You called
Ken Megatron. I know that.
Ken Megatron. You called Moses. You said how handsome and good looking he was. And
well, he is. Destiny put him dead in the damn face. Okay. The problem I have is
that was a little disrespectful, a little bit, right? I mean, it's okay to acknowledge a man look good, but Nelle, she be just like too out with it. I mean, your husband standing right there and you complimenting all these men and kind of lusting after them a little bit. No wonder Chris is out here doing what he do, because maybe he feels like, okay, I'm gonna be on my get back with Nelle because she out here on her bullshit. I mean, it kind of does mess with a man's ego when you, especially in his face, compliment another man when he's standing right there. Y'all know how men are. They like compliments to be given to them versus shared with random men. But go off.
It's them saying you had a hand in putting them together.
Okay. So
when we were trying to put Mel and Martell back together?
No. I know Mel and Martell were not together. Period. They were separated.
Well, they may not get back together at this point. I try not to talk about Mel, but the last conversation I had with her is the whole mentor thing. To say I wasn't your mentor when I was. Just because it didn't work for you guys, it was not a joke. At least to me, it was not a joke. Unless you, meaning Mel, was looking at it as a joke the whole time. And if you was, then that's why it didn't work. What she said, oh, I have my mom, my therapist, my mom, my God. I kind of, okay.
So you basically want to talk to her about how she hurt your feelings in that situation. So you will talk to her about that when y'all go dress shop.
Yeah, it may not be the time or place, but what other time do I have to talk to her? Especially if she's going to be part of the vow renewal.
Gotcha.
Why Nelle always choose the wrong time and place to talk about conversations? Like she pulled Mel to the side at Mel's vow renewal, wanted to talk about Martell and what he had to say. Now you're going to use a time when it's supposed to be a happy occasion where you are trying on dresses for your vow renewal for a 30-year marriage to a nigga that you stole from his wife. Did I say it like that? Ooh, child. Anyway, I feel like that is not the moment that you would need to talk to Melody about that in terms of you feeling like she's kind of, shaded you and not, chose to call you her mentor and all this other stuff. I think the shit is petty if you ask me. I think Nelle is looking for a reason to be mad. She gives like the type of person who she's okay now. Is giving a little bipolar energy, allegedly. That 1 minute you're fine, and then when you want a little attention, then you kind of harp on things that's really not that important, and you make it this huge big thing just so that you can get attention from people. That's what it gives, and she needs to really calm down. I don't know if Chris is giving her the amount of attention she needs at home, because it's given that you're seeking taking it from other people. You don't got to be everybody's mentor. Everybody don't want you to be their mentor. You can give somebody some good advice without then attaching a title onto it in terms of saying, oh, I'm your mentor. I told you this right here that you needed to do in your relationship or your marriage or whatever the case may be. And now I'm your mentor. No, you don't have to be everybody's mentor. Like, fall back. Sometimes it's okay to just be a friend or a listening ear. You don't have to have a title when it comes to somebody's life. That's weird, ain't it? All right. So that's the end of that. That's the end of that scene. All right. So the next scene is, let's get back to the main screen here. Next scene is that Melody pays DUI Reese, honey, which is Maurice, a visit at his Credit Whole House, USA, where Maurice is their child sitting behind the desk with his damn deacon suit on, trying to look busy when Mel calls out to him and says, Maurice. He acts surprised to see her when he already knew she was coming. Just some crazy shit. Mel compliments the office, says the office looks nice, and Maurice says that he did a lot of renovations in there. I'm pretty sure he did. Hopefully you wiped the cum juice and shit off the furniture and the tables that was left in there when Shan and all them girls left from out of there too. Allegedly. All right. Now Maurice goes via confessional, and he says that he talked to Martell about Melody and his open house. At his open house, rather. He says that Melody stopping by the office to get some things. Melody was stopping by the office to get some things ironed out and for them to have a conversation and or resolve some things that they are dealing with in terms of Melody approaching him about his DUI. All right, so Melody greets Maurice and says she hasn't been in there since they actually had the long conference room in the area and space that they were standing in. That's the same one we were talking about that Shan was bent over on, child. So Shan's juices were still on the table that they moved up out of there. So Maurice attempts to show Melody around. This is the camera, please. It's Sunday. Sorry. So Maurice commences to show Melody around the office and saying, oh, this is new, this right here, da, 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 da. So he's showing her around. All right, so Melody goes via confessional. She says that I hope that it's not about Maurice's arrest in terms of why he wanted to talk to me. She says that she is over talking about all of that. She's sick and tired of talking about it. She's gonna talk to Kimmy about it. Kimmy approached her about it, and now Maurice is still harping on it, and she's tired of the bullshit. She does not want to talk to him about that. Okay. All right, so we got a clip. So let's get the clip, y'all. I hope y'all are loving the clips because it gives you guys a little more. Give you a visual, okay, in terms of us just listening to me talking about. I'm still going to talk and give my commentary, but we're going to also look at the clip. Let's get into it.
I want you to get all of this out, get the expressions all the way out. I'd like for us to be in a better place. I'd like for the energy to be good, right? I'd like the old Mel to be back, happy Mel.
Oh, I'm happy. So no. So you're taking me having an opinion about you is that Mel ain't happy. You don't even talk to me, Maurice. You're not around me to know if I'm happy or not. How dare you sit here and say I ain't happy? You disparaging my character.
It's not.
And my emotions and where I'm at mentally and emotionally, Maurice, you're making a statement that I'm not happy. I haven't sat down with you like this in years. I haven't talked to you, and you don't know this Mel. You've never met this Mel. You met Melody Hope, but you don't know Melody Rogers. So for you to think that you know how my life is going or if I'm happy or not or what I'm doing on an everyday basis, you don't know.
That's true, but I'm saying that you're projecting.
Projecting what?
All of these issues are behind you. It's all of the past. It seems like that's all minimized.
You have not been around me in years to even know what's happening in my life or behind my closed door.
You know what? That's a good point. I haven't been around you. Maybe it's the group that changes your energy.
Oh, you would think.
Is that it?
Could it be because most of the time my ex is there who's always doing to me? I wonder. See, you ain't been around Mel without that.
This is just in general to me. And I talk to Martell.
Yeah, see, and that's another thing, that's your friend.
Talk to Martell?
No, you can. And see, but let me just, so you're clear. 9 times out of 10, the people who are talking to Martell, hanging with him, be great. I don't care. But I'm probably not going to talk to you, hang out with you. So that expectation should never be there because it's not going to happen. Maurice having such a strong relationship with my ex-husband, I never felt like anybody needed to pick a side. Nobody could tell you that I ever came to them and said, you need to pick a side. But now, for my own mental, sake, if you're close to him, then I don't want you in my personal space.
Have I done anything to contribute to your unhappiness?
I'm not unhappy. That's what you can't ask me that because I ain't.
Have I in the past?
You used to do a lot of laughing and smirking about stuff. Really wasn't funny. pertaining to me, and I ain't appreciate it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that.
Oh.
Yeah,
I accept your apology.
Takes no effort whatsoever to apologize to Melody in this moment, because at the end of the day, I don't want to offend people. Definitely not people I've called friend.
But
you know what? I accept your apology so much, Maurice, that I'm gonna apologize to you for anything that I may have said that hurt your heart or pricked your heart a little bit, made you feel some kind of way. You was like, damn, I apologize to you for that.
Thank you, Melody.
Yeah.
I used to think you were infallible. Thank you.
You must have just learned that.
You are human.
Sometimes.
I want you to get all.
He must have just learned that word infallible, because he said the same thing to Martell. And Martell was like, what is that? With his slow self, what is infallible? All right, so Maurice was trying to gaslight Melody into changing her perspective of him and tried to deflect and say that Melody was not happy and was on her get back on his opinion of him, okay, or on her opinion of him. Says that he feels that her pain and embarrassment is causing her to speak on him. And Melody told him that she hasn't been unhappy in years, so she doesn't have a clue what he's talking about in terms of that she's in a hurt space in terms of why she's approaching him about his DUI and just checking him and trying to hold him accountable. Okay. The whole hurt people comment was just stupid in terms of that. Yeah, she was hurt by Martell, but if she says that she's over it, then she's over it. She is in therapy, unlike Martell. She is moving on, forward with her life. She's probably dating, which is not our business, because I'm pretty sure in 6 years, she probably met somebody. And if she doesn't want to share it, she doesn't have to. And just because you don't see her out and about and doing these things, it does not signify that she is unhappy. Okay, Kimmy is the one that's unhappy. All right, that's who should be sitting there, and you should be saying that, oh, you're unhappy and you're embarrassed. Yeah, Kimmy is embarrassed and hurt and all of the things. All right, so yeah, that's who you need to be checking in with in terms of being hurt. She was hurt when she couldn't find your ass at Credit One when she came looking for you the night that your ass was arrested. But then she running around telling people to stop talking about it. Weird. All right, so Maurice says that her pain and embarrassment is being minimized because she called him out for the DUI. All right. Any old thing to keep Melody from talking about him and holding his ass accountable. All right. So of course Melody flipped it on Maurice and told him that he is disparaging her character. And then he kind of looks crazy at her because that sounds familiar, because that's what he was telling everyone else and telling Melody as well. You disparaging my character. Y'all know he likes to use the big words to sound smart. But anyway, that is it for that scene. Let's get him off my screen because I can't take him anymore. All right, let's move it on. Next scene is Marsolider, Chris, and Marquez. They meet up at a Mexican restaurant to catch up, and Marquez discusses shooting his shot at Mel, and Marsolider tries to give him marital/relationship advice, while Chris kind of instigates the conversation. Chris is always the instigator in every conversation and everything that they're talking about. Chris is always the instigator, and he sits back and kind of hypes everything up and then sits back and act like he ain't know what the hell was going on and he won't in it. All right. So Marsolider is already there at said Mexican restaurant waiting for Chris to pull up, when Marquez then comes in later on. So he joins them and they sit down. They're having, boy conversation. Chris goes into confessional and he says that he just met Marquez and that he's all over the place emotionally and he's okay with, chopping it up with him and Marsolider. Okay. Weird thing was, and then we're going to look at the clip because I have it for that. The weird thing was when Marquez comes in, Marsolider gets up to greet him and kind of hugs him with like both arms, like real tight, like you would hug a female. And he then palms the back of his head like this and pulls him close to him. I was like, is that how you be holding Martell when y'all be on them boys trips? Because you did come out to say, what Tisha did, come out to say that Martell like men, but then you going on all these girls trips. You felt, I felt like you were real chummy with Marquez. It was weird the way you was hugging him and holding the back of his head and then kind of looking at Chris Fletcher and kind of winking like it was something funny. Marquez, he didn't take any offense to it, so I don't know. Maybe it's like a little bromance that they have right there. I don't know, child. But go off. Chris, like I said, seemed to think that the interaction was funny, but he chose, to kind of dap Marquez up, and Marquez still went in for like a little hug, like a bro hug between the two of them. And they sat down and they began to talk. Marquez reveals that he was told last minute about his kids' event at Trisha's house, nor did he realize that the event was going to be at Trisha's house. Now, he made mention before in another situation, I think with his daughter's dance recital, that Trish and Ken always gave him the details last minute to his kids' events, because maybe they want him to either miss the event so that they can go back and say, oh, Marquez is not at said event. Marquez don't be here for the kids. So he's saying he found out later on at the last minute about the event and where the event was going to take place. He says that his worst fear was that another man would come in and take care of his kids. So let's go ahead and get into the clip on that, so y'all can see what they are talking about. Ooh, child. That's going to save my voice a little bit too. Whew. All right. So let's get into it. This is Marquez, Marceau, and Chris Fletcher at the Mexican restaurant.
I know I'm not getting the truth, bro. That's why I'm not empathetic. I'm not getting the whole
You want me
story.
to say this man came and took your family? Why you mad?
I'm not saying that at all. Because I don't think the guy came and took your family.
So what are you saying?
I think that you thought you had Trish in the palm of your hand and you could get up and leave and she'd still be there waiting on you. Okay. And now you have to face the reality of your decisions to when you get up and leave and now your daughter's sitting on another man's lap. I think that's where you mad. I don't think that got nothing to do with the trigger and how y'all met and all that stuff right here. And the problem is that he's doing the things that you didn't do. And I think that's the internal thing you got to face in that. And you have to really get down to the nitty gritty and say, I should have done better. Take full accountability, and in your next situation, go and do better. But this whole flexing like, I'm mad because of the kids, I'm mad because of the kids. Let me tell you something, dog. People that are mad because of the kids don't lead the kids. Martell, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't care what happens. When his kid's out of his life for a second, that man going around crying and everything like that, because he's all in it for the kids.
I feel him on some of that as well.
Well, I would just say, let's just say everything you said is right. Now what?
Is it what I just said right?
No.
So why are we gonna play those games?
You're entitled to your opinion.
Why would, if you think you're taking a break, you know what that means? I'm coming back to it. And so if you tell me that you thought you were taking a break in your marriage, do you expected to go back to your marriage?
I did. I expected to go back
until Ken came along.
Correct.
Marquez taking himself out of the picture of his family and moving away. I think Marceau was dead on. Your expectations of thinking you can just walk back after a year and walk back into your family's life and everything be the same, that's bull. Marceau gave him what he needed, and that was the truth. I think you're taking a big step. The first thing is to admit, and you've done that. You have admitted.
It's always right message, wrong messenger when it comes to Marceau. Like, I don't be wanting to hear that shit from him, because now that we know what we know about you, Marceau, with you having these threesomes and disrespecting Tisha the way that you do, and held up at Shoat down there acting like you working while you send Tisha to the coffee shop so that you can have free range of the office to talk your shit to these women on Instagram and all these other damn websites allegedly that you be on. It's said and alleged that you be there playing games on the computer, and that you also be hitting women up and setting up threesomes, and you don't want Tisha in the office because you don't want her knowing about that, and you don't want her peeping over your shoulder because you know she nosy like that. So you use the fact that you need the office to yourself and that you can't work with Tisha there, and you don't want to work with her because you feel that she gets on your nerves. But in the real world of what's going on here is that you don't want her there because of what you're doing. And it's weird to me that she's supposed to be this smart individual with all these damn degrees and she don't see it. But yeah, right message, wrong messenger when it comes to Marceau. Let's continue.
That, a lot was on you to walk off, to not communicate, to, do the things that you did. So that's the first step.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Look, I'm about to go and go see my kids, man.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I told him I was in town. I told him I was coming to, have lunch, and then I'm gonna go see my kids. Okay. And I'm gonna take everything y'all said, and most of what you said, but everything you said.
Sure. Face that. Trigger.
All right, man. All right, I'm gonna hit you up. All right, man. Hey, we're gonna get together. I'll text y'all.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right.
So then he palms Marceau's head like Marceau palmed his head whenever he came in. So as you guys saw there, Chris tells Marquez that he came in with like a tough guy type of persona. Marquez says that his son spoke to him about that at the graduation party at Ken and Trish's home. Now they're still chopping it up about Marquez being super emotional and then being this tough guy at Trish and Ken. Marceau, of course, goes via confessional, and y'all heard what he had to say about that. But it's given that I can't take him, and I can't take him serious, and I don't know why they keep putting him in scenes where he's giving out all of this unsolicited advice when it comes to relationships, because no one really respects what you have to say. You're a fucking cheater, dude. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Next scene, child. Next scene is Melody's Mimosa event. All right, Melody, some of you guys may have been there at this said event. Some of you guys might have got some camera time, because I saw a few Melometers up in the building. I saw a few people that I think I remember when I went to the meet and greet for them for last year's event as well. I was like, I think I remember her. But yeah, the Melometers was deep up in the house, child. But it was great to see Miss Van. I have to say that it was great to see Miss Van in this episode. We have not seen her for quite some time, since the kids' skate party where Martell went there and was acting a fool. We haven't seen Miss Van on our screens on Love and Marriage Huntsville for quite some time, so it was great to see her in this particular scene. They all look great in their pink. Melody's dress was giving with the pink and then the little the silver matching with that. So Mel and Miss Van, like I said, they were taking pictures. When Mel announced via confessional that they are at the Westin Hotel in Huntsville for her 5th Mimosas with Melody, which will be different because the cast this time would actually be there. Of course, they've never really wanted to come to her events and be there for her whenever she always shows up to their stuff, which is so weird. She's always coming to show her support for them when they have things, but when she has something, they don't show it. And then production, they don't be want to film stuff that Melody's doing. So I'm happy that they this time filmed it and the cast actually came to support. Even though it was some hateration there at the event from Marceau, I felt like, and Maurice was feeding off of Marceau's hateration, and Kimmy was a little hateratish too. That's a word. Hateratish. I'm gonna make that a word. All right. So finally, like I said, Carlos and production showed Mel's event. Marceau's hating ass came there, taking notes, of course, and throwing a lot of jabs at Mel, which I did not like. Kimmy and her damn scarecrow fro was up in there walking in with Maurice, and they kind of look like mother and son to me. Kimmy looked old as hell in that particular scene. She could have been Maurice's mother. So Kimmy and DUI reach out. They sit down and says that, oh, this is nice. This right here is nice. Oh, this is nice. Oh, the floor arrangements, they're kind of admiring everything, the setup, the decor, the table, the placement, everything was, y'all know how Melody do, child. Everything is to the T when it comes to Melody. All right. So Maurice sits down and says, where are the mimosas at? And I'm thinking to myself, your drunk ass just sat down and now you're already trying to get drunk, Maurice. The first thing he asks is, where's the alcohol? Where's the alcohol? This nigga here. Boy, if you don't take your ass to AA somewhere. Anyway, so Ken and Trish, they arrive next. All right. Trish says that she can't say that she is too excited to be there after she and Mel's encounter / conversation that they had, where Mel read her ass down and gave her the 20 questions about, did you come to my house, bitch? All right. So she said, hey, I ain't too happy to be here, but I'm gonna be here anyway to support. So Ken has on like this regular schmegular office collar shirt. I don't know if he got the memo in terms of what the event attire was supposed to be, but he came dressed down where everybody else was dressed up. He had on like this regular casual office shirt with some just some white casual pants, while Trish looked like her ass was a ghetto Dancing with the Stars performer. And Trish says that she is just there, like I said, to support. She like her ass was ready to go straight to Dancing with the Stars, and Ken was underdressed, if you ask me. All right, so Marquez comes in this white tuxedo jacket and this white tie and black pants, black shirt. He looked nice. I can't even front. He looked nice. He is carrying this bouquet of flowers, which he brought for Mel. He walked in looking like the groom for Melody's Mimosas event. I was like, what is this, a wedding or a Mimosas event? The way he walked in, like he was a damn groom or something. Anyway, next Sunny walks in with her cute pink dress on, natural curls. She came sashaying in. She kind of looked into the camera like, yes, did you get this? Okay. All right. Chris and Nelle, they arrived next. Nelle looked like she swung by Willie Watkins, child, and got her funeral makeup and her wig set, child, before she headed up to the Mimosas event. Because baby, she was looking like her ass was deceased for about 3 weeks before she walked her ass up in there. I was like, girl, why you got all that dog makeup on? Anyway, so Marceau then arrives. All eyes on him. He comes in with shades on because he wants all of the attention, of course, acting like a fake ass P. Diddy with shades on and a tuxedo, speaking to all of the Melometers who he called deplorable in his damn live on his Instagram. All right. People were looking at him like, this nigga, sit your ass down. Like, no, we ain't come here to see you. Like, we are not here to see you. Sit your ass down, Marceau. All right. So, of course, he did not have the same energy when he was online talking shit about the Melometers, calling them deplorables, but he was walking around trying to shake hands, acting like everybody was there to see him. All right. But he was happy as hell to be surrounded by them. Okay. He was happy as hell to be surrounded by the Melometers. So Marceau goes via confessional. He says that Tisha couldn't make it because she was in Vegas with Wanda celebrating. Y'all remember that was, I think, around the time that Wanda's birthday or something like that was going on. So they all were in Vegas with Wanda celebrating. He said sin with the originator of sin. So he was trying to throw a joke in there, which is her mom, Wanda. That's what Marceau had to say. So he goes on to say that he's famous in the world of the Melometers. And he says that he got an invitation to Mel's event and decided to come because he didn't want to deny the people. So he's being silly, throwing in jokes and jabs, saying that the people came to see him. And as soon as Melody sent the invite, he, of course, said yes, because he was not going to pass the opportunity for the Melometers to see his ass. Like, boy, bye. So Melody then is introduced, and she walks in with Miss Van, and of course they're looking stunning rather. Everyone is applauding them coming in. A few people are standing up. Kimmy kind of looks around like this, and she's clapping, but she's kind of looking around. She's looking at Mel, giving her the once over up and down in terms of what she has on. As Mel is speaking at the podium, when she gets to the podium, she speaks on standing on business. When Marceau then starts clapping louder than everyone else as Melody is speaking, and other people were applauding as well, but he made sure to clap louder because he wanted attention on him. Then he starts making these smart comments and kind of like hating on Mel and kind of laughing at, and Maurice was also kind of joining in and laughing as well, making little disparaging comments. Let's use his word. All right. But my thing is, why come to the event if you're just going to sit back and hate? Why come to the event if you're going to sit back and just hate? You should have stayed your ass at home. You knew Mel was going to come there and everything was going to be in place like it's supposed to be, because that's how she is. She's very detailed when it comes to her events. And Marceau knows that because she used to be over the core six whenever they had things. So he knows how Melody operates when she's doing something. So she's not going to be any different when it comes to her own event. So the speakers, which were like 3 speakers on the stage, they're going down the line and they're saying little things about, or different things rather, about standing on business and different business advice. When as the speakers are speaking, Marceau then whispers to Maurice and Kimmy saying, hold up, isn't this supposed to be isn't this the Black Business Expo? As if he didn't steal the whole idea from Melody about the Black Business Expo in the first damn place. I was like, nigga, shut your ass up. Because then you also steal the Black Business Expo from your friends in Atlanta who was getting ready to launch it. And you and Tisha went there to get all this information from them. Y'all remember when that happened? Y'all went there and was taking notes. And then you came out with your own business expo and your friends exposed you for stealing their ideas. And you were having problems trying to get your business expo to location. Y'all didn't have no refreshments. It was said that there was no food being served. So y'all didn't have shit. And so I see why you guys felt away about coming to Mel's event, where she had a full menu of food and alcohol and drinks and music and everything else, and decor and table place settings, things that you guys did not have. So maybe since y'all, instead of talking shit about her event, maybe you should have been taking notes so that you would know how to do your next event. Okay, that's kind of what you should have been doing. Maurice then responds by saying it's the Mimosas with Melody Expo. That's what it's called. That's what it's called, like kind of like co-ed. So Marceau then with his hating ass He's sitting there looking at all the decor and the plates, the food, the table decor, and he's trying to find fault in what Melody put together. All right, because he hating. So Kimmy had like this very dry look about her, like she looking like this, like she didn't want to be there. So then Melody goes via confessional and she says that there was a lot of knowledge being spilled at her event. And she says, you know, if people didn't take in the knowledge that was given in terms of the business advice, then that's on them because the you know, information was put out. So while she's speaking, while she's still standing up at the podium, Marquez gets up and goes and grabs these damn flowers, this bouquet of flowers, and gives them, well, gets ready to give them to Melody, but then he goes over to Miss Van and says to her, hey mom, can I give them to you first, and then can I give you these flowers? Or can I give these flowers to Melody after I give them to you? So it's like he's trying to, you know, I guess go through the chain of command in terms of talking to the mom, buttering Miss Van up, and then trying to go over and kind of flirt a little bit and give Mel those flowers. Because y'all know he kind of sweet on Mel. He thinks that Mel is fine. And he's trying to shoot his shot at Mel. All right. Now, upon him giving the flowers to Melody, guess who's sitting across the room watching all of this go down? The same person who will not sign the fucking divorce papers, and that would be Trish. And my thing is, Trish, if you don't care about him, you don't want to see him, know him, anything regarding him, why the fuck do you care if Marquez is giving Melody some flowers? Because you took it upon yourself to say something about it. Trish goes via confessional, appearing to be very bothered about these damn bouquet of flowers that Marquez gave to Melody, saying that Marquez done gave Mel a bouquet. Okay, and so Marquez, she said that Marquez is just being Marquez, like he came to my event trying to do a cheer. Well, we know that to be a toast. Cheerleaders do cheers. Okay, men and others do toast. All right. I was like, girl, you made it sound like this nigga stand up there with some pom-poms over here doing a cheer at your damn event. Instead of her worrying about Marquez giving somebody some damn flowers or a bouquet of flowers, she should be down there focused on signing the divorce papers and why she won't go ahead and sign, because word on the street is she's the reason why they're not divorced. All right, moving on. Trish then says that Marquez is always trying to stand out and do some weird shit. Why do you care? You're sitting here with your man whom you say you love, but then you over here looking at what Marquez is doing and clocking what he's doing over there with Mel. That's none of your concern. It's giving you a very much so bothered by that. All right, so Mel is making her rounds. She's speaking to everyone. She's hugging Sunny. She says that she loves Sunny's dress. She's complimenting her, saying, "Oh, you're so pretty." They're complimenting each other. Sunny compliments Mel as well, saying that she looks so pretty. She loved her dress as well. So they're just, you know, kind of complimenting one another, having small talk conversation. Melody says that Sunny immediately told her once she sent her invitation to come to said event that she would come. So she said that she was happy that she accepted her invite to come. And Sunny said, "Oh, yes, absolutely, I was going to come." So back at the table where Trish and Ken was, they're actually speaking about something still pending in their phone, at which we then found out that they're saying something about an app on their phone where they're trying to send some money to Trish's kids is dysfunctioning, where she's trying to send some money, and then Marquez is trying to send some money to the kids from their phones, but they're saying the reception inside the building is not working. So Kimmy and Maurice, they're also seated there at the table. They're watching all of this go down. Meanwhile, Marquez goes over to their table and speaks to Kimmy first, greets her, and then he speaks to Maurice. He's shaking their hands, speaking or whatever. Then Ken immediately kind of shakes his head upon him seeing Marquez greeting and or speaking to Kimmy and Maurice. All right, he's already on the bullshit, and he always likes to use the term, "I don't have a problem with that man. I don't have a problem with that man. I just think he has a problem with me." Well, Marquez was being nice, walking around speaking to everyone, and he went over to the table to acknowledge they were there in terms of speaking. But Ken, he's sitting over there like this, shaking his head like this, nigga. And he's acting like he's disgusted that Marquez walked over, while Trish pretends to not even see Marquez, and she pretends that she's busy looking in her phone, waiting for this app to appear to be working so that they can all of a sudden send some money to the kids. My thing is, your children are at home. This event took place at night. Not sure where they're going at this particular night. Your son is 17 years old. Your daughter is like barely, I think she's not even a teenager, like 19 years old. Like, where the hell are they at that time of night while you guys are out at said event? It's given that you guys were putting on a front and you were doing what you were doing in order to avoid speaking to Marquez. because you guys were sitting there doing nothing until you saw him walking towards the table. But then when you saw him coming towards you, you wanted to act like you were busy doing something in your phone. All right, so Marquez then speaks to Ken, and then he kind of gives him like this little side hug. Ken has like a smirk on his face, like he really didn't want to acknowledge Marquez. Marquez then goes around and speaks to Trish. She's looking all funny. She didn't even give him eye contact, which I thought that was hella disrespectful. Upon him getting ready to greet or finish greeting Trish, Ken's chair falls down, and Marquez then picks his chair up because, you know, I guess he didn't want him to look crazy. So anyway, Trish is still staring hard into her phone when Marquez speaks and grabs her hand. Trish then says that, hi, sir, like she don't know him. Like he's just this individual that she just met, never met him. She don't know him when you got 2 whole children by this man. So she says, hi, sir. Nice to see you again. And then she's still staring into her phone, no eye contact. It was real quick, one of those. And I told y'all that Trish always act different than when she's just around Marquez versus when Ken is there. And I don't know if Ken be fussing her out in terms of don't you embarrass me or don't be all up on him like that when you are around me or whatever, because she acted totally different in the scene when she and Marquez went to go get ice cream and speak on their children. She was inviting. She was saying, oh, we need to get together more. And I'm happy that you're in town and go pick the kids up. Like she was like that. But then when she's there with Ken, it gives like she gives extra attitude because she's trying to appease him. Do you guys notice that? She gives extra attitude to Marquez when she's around Ken, and it's stupid as hell. And everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. Marquez says that y'all look nice. So he compliments Trish and Ken. Marquez, he's having small talk with Maurice after that because they were acting all funny. And Kimmy, he was talking to Kimmy and Maurice when Ken gets up to step away from the table to, I guess, walk to a different area to see if this fake ass app will start working away from the table. Okay. So via confessional, Trish explains that she and Ken are trying to send the kids some money, but the service in the room is bad. But here comes Marquez. She says, here comes Marquez coming over. She says that Maurice then tells Marquez that his spirit seems a little bit better since the last time that he saw him, which was at the graduation party at Ken and Trish's home. All right, so Kimmy is sitting there stuffing her face, child. Meanwhile, Ken returns back to the table with his back turned, this time away from over here, which is where Marquez and Kimmy and Maurice is. So he has his back turned from them and facing Trish, which is sitting right beside him. Now, like I said, with Trish's kids, they should be home. I'm not sure why he was in such a hurry to be sending them some money to go anywhere. I'm not sure because, they were at this event, which was at night. So Maurice then asked Trish and Ken after Marquez kind of walked away, if they kind of ironed out their differences yet. So Trish says, yeah, we did. And Ken just kind of ignores Maurice. Like he's still looking into his phone. He was acting like a real bitch that night. Anyway, so Marquez hadn't walked away because then he says, okay, guys, I'm about to walk back over here. So he walks away and he leaves. So Kimmy then tells Ken to try to be nice because she notices the tension between the two of them. Ken then speaks up, says that I'm too busy trying to send his kids some money right now. Then he proceeds to trash Marquez and calls him a deadbeat dad. And then Ken says that he's tired of having to step up and do things for Marquez's kids because he can't. So then Trish steps in and she agrees that they both are trying to send money to Marquez's kids. That's so distasteful. First of all, nobody told you to do that. Marquez is there. You could have said, hey, your kids are saying that they want money for such and such and such, because word on the street is Marquez, he got money. Marquez has money from an inheritance. Okay. Thank you guys for reminding me that the other night in a video. So this is a whole fake ass storyline between Trish and Ken, where they constantly keep trying to make Marquez look like he's this deadbeat who don't take up time with his kids, who he don't pay for anything, when this man is sitting on a whole inheritance and he actually does take care of his children. And he just purchased a home, from what I'm hearing, in Huntsville to be closer to his kids. So it's giving hateration as the fact that Trish's last name is still Burnett and that she still has ties to Marquez, and that you keep asking her to marry you, but Marquez is in the way. It's giving Jill Scott, you get in the way of my feelings. That's what it's giving. Y'all know the song with Jill Scott, honey. Y'all know the song with Jill Scott. Ken is mad that Marquez is in the way of his feelings. He can't marry Trish because Trish is still married to Marquez. And she's the one that's not filing. She's the one that's not going through with the divorce. It ain't Marquez. It ain't Marquez. But Ken says that he said in my early 30 years, if I was in my early 30s, that I would have been beat the hell out of him by now. But you don't have a problem with him, but you want to be violent towards him. It's giving that you have a real problem. You jealous of him. All right, but Ken, like I said, is the same person who continues to say he don't have a problem with Marquez, and which we do. All right, so Kim and Maurice, they tried to give them some advice on how to handle things with Marquez. Once again, right message, wrong messengers. That's plural. All right, so in the hallway, Marquez catches back up with Melody, and Marceau is out there as well. Sunny is out there with them. She's texting someone in her phone, so she's preoccupied with what's going on in her phone when there's conversation going on between Marquez, Melody, and Marceau. All right, so Melody complains about her feet hurting in those shoes because obviously she didn't break them in prior to the event. Marquez then says, "Oh, do you want me to rub your feet for you?" At which Sonny then looks up and was like, "What the hell did I just come up on?" Marceau is standing over to the side and he's smiling because he already knows where this is going, because Marquez has already told him at the Mexican restaurant that he has feelings for Mel. He thinks Mel is fine in person, so he wants to shoot his shot at her. He's already asked Marceau if he could help him shoot his shot at Mel. So maybe that's why Marceau was standing there, because he wanted to kind of, one, get camera time, which we all know he loves to do, and two, he wants to put in his 2 cents to make himself relevant in this situation. So upon Marquez asking Mel, "Do you want me to rub your feet for you?" Marquez he's rubbing Mel's arm like this while he's talking to her, and Melody kind of looks like, "Excuse me." So Sunny, she looks up like, "What is going on here?" And it was weird as hell, y'all. Who has the clip? I do. Let's go ahead and play it. All right, give me a second. Let's pull it up, because I was like, "What is going on here, child?" Huh? Weird vibes. Okay. Weird vibes. Hold on. Yeah, no. Let me get it. I don't know why I thought I had it pulled up already. Let me get it pulled up. Okay, yeah, right here. All right, so here we go. Let's share so you guys can see with me. Ooh, let me save my voice a little bit, child. Lord. All right, so y'all can get a whole visual of how this whole scene went down, because baby Marquez was shooting his shot hard.
I'm sorry.
What happened?
My shoes.
I know my feet. My feet.
Oh, your flesh.
Thank you for coming.
You need to rub your feet for you?
No. Thank you for that. So he's so.
I mean, he's so sweet, right? Not sweet in that way.
I'm not saying sweet like that.
I'm trying to say it.
I'm saying caring.
Yeah, I am caring. I'm very.
I heard you trying to holler at Bill at the
It what? No, this is no.
and he had you blushing and
You said what?
I heard that he was hollering at you at their celebration and he had you.
Marceau is instigating the situation when he already said he didn't want no parts of trying to hook them up. But he done took his ass out there to get some camera time and try to act all, interested in the two of them trying to be together. Y'all saw how Marquez stood back and gave Mel a once over. He's looking at her. He's checking her out. He's letting her know, "I'm feeling you." But Mel ain't really connecting with Marquez like that.
Blushing and everything.
Had me blushing.
I'm blushing.
You didn't have her blushing?
I don't know. Did I?
You told me you did.
I didn't. I don't. Hey,
You told me you did.
I don't recall any of that.
Okay, well, he's capping. I thought it was a thing. All of a sudden, it's not a thing. You told me and Flex that you thought that Mel was attracted to you or something like that?
That I was what?
Attracted to him.
No, I never said that. I asked her, do you think Martell would have an issue with
What if you ask her out? Right.
If you ask me out?
Yeah.
Aren't you still married?
Not for long.
No, he's married, but he identifies as single.
Oh, he took a note out of your book.
No, man. No, man.
Oh.
Now you sound like Marquez.
I don't know why you would think that I'd be interested in dating anybody in this circle.
He's not in the circle.
Yeah, he is actually. He's Trisha's husband.
Ken is her husband.
That's already handled. But that's not the point. I'd
Mimosas
rather
with Melody.
I'd rather see how I can add value to your life, and it's not in a romantic way. So maybe like friendship.
Why don't you type up a proposal and email it over to my team of how you think you can add value to the team? We'll start there.
Sure. It's not a problem.
Well, I just wanted to, tell y'all thank y'all for coming.
No, really, it was a great event. This black, Mimosa with Mel, this is amazing.
Say that again, please. Correctly.
What is
The
that?
tongue. It was
Yeah,
Mimosa with Mel.
no. Say it right. It was what?
Black Mimosas.
No,
This is
no.
Expo with Mel.
No, Mimosas with Melody. Isn't this your first one?
Yes.
This is my second one.
Thank
It's
you
the
for
first co-ed. Anyway, listen.
It's not the first
First of all,
co-ed one, but thank you for coming.
Mel, I gotta be honest with you. I thought that the Melometers didn't like me. You got a lot of Marsoliers in there. There's a lot of Marsoliers in there now. There's not a lot of Marquezers.
Not right
Marquezers.
I think that ship has sailed for Marcel to ever be able to convert any Melometers to Mars soldiers. Like, what? Are you gonna do a draft? Like, is that what we're gonna do? Because that's probably the only way you're gonna get some. Hey, y'all! Hey, y'all! I'm sorry.
Okay, so y'all see how that went down. Marcel clearly was trying to get some screen time. Y'all see that, okay? Talking about some damn Mars soldiers. Ain't nobody thinking about his ass. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Sit your ass down. All right, so while Marquez, like I said, is shooting his shot at Mel, Marcel, as you guys can see, was instigating, obviously trying to get that good old camera time, as he always does. All right, Marcel was jumping into the conversation, trying to say that Melody after, hold on, he was calling it, trying to mess up her event name, the Black Melody Expo, Business Expo, all this crazy mess he was trying to say. Really, I think he enjoyed the event, and I think he really wanted to compliment her, but he didn't want to really say it because, you know, Marcel doesn't think that anybody is doing anything better than him. Like he tried to say Mel throwing all this shit at the wall, where you saw that when you came to her event, she didn't just throw that at the wall. That was working. And everything turned out perfect. And that's why your ass was standing there still holding that drink, and you were still amazed at how perfect her event was, because you and Tisha definitely couldn't pull no shit off like that. And that's on period. Y'all couldn't even get y'all flyers right. Tisha had misspelled shit on the flyers. Y'all didn't even have an event space tied down yet. And y'all done had, y'all shit was effed up. I'm sorry. Y'all didn't even have an event space, and y'all had flyers out, and people didn't know where the hell to go. And then y'all did it on the same weekend as Bronner Brothers, which you know everybody was gonna be over there. Then y'all had the camera crew with facing with everybody up close, because you didn't want to see that there was nobody behind y'all back here. It was like hardly no one there. So y'all stuff was real effed up. Melody's event was packed full with a DJ, food, like you name it. She left no stones unturned, and Marcel had to give her props. And he tried to be funny and throw a joke in there, but you could tell he was very much so impressed with how she put things together. All right. And I like the jab that Melody threw in there that says that he's still married but identified as single. And Melody came back with, oh, kind of how you do, Marcel. I was like, come on in here. Mel let his ass know, like, don't come up in here playing with me. All right. Okay, so let's move on. So the next part is back inside after that interaction with Marquez and Marceau, and of course Sonny standing out there. All of the cast, they kind of mingle together, and Chris and Nelle then bring up their upcoming vow renewal and invite the cast, which I thought was very distasteful. If you come to my event, do not be trying to push your own agenda. I'm gonna say it again. Do not push your own agenda at my event that I invited you to. That's hella disrespectful. I didn't like it. You were supposed to be there and enjoy the event with Melody and congratulate her on what she was doing. But Nelle came in there with her own agenda in terms of trying to take the attention from Melody and then put it on she and Chris in terms of their upcoming vow renewal. No, you send out invitations just like Melody did when she invited your ass. What you calling everybody to the middle of the floor in her event to ask them to come to your and give them the details. Like she did a whole walk down of the details of her upcoming ceremony. All right. I didn't like that. I felt like that was very inappropriate. And Mel kind of looked like, okay, what's going on here? Yeah, let's move on. I already talked about that. All right, so Nelle mentions that there will be a bachelor's party as well. And she said that all the guys of course, all the guys looked very excited when she said that. Marceau then threw in a jab saying that says that I like being attended. He says that Nelle, he says that I think that I speak for all the guys when I say that you are that friend that we don't really trust. So they don't want to do nothing around Nelle because they feel that Nelle talks too much. All right. So next scene is Nelle and her daughter. They actually and some other girl that was with them go to the bridal shop to look at dresses and try them on for Nelle's upcoming vow renewal. Okay. And she says that she's very nervous because this is her this is a very huge moment for her because she did not have a huge wedding or a big wedding or a very tasteful wedding whenever she got married to Fletcher. I'm thinking maybe they went to the courthouse, child. She was speaking with the manager at the store and explaining to her that her event for her dress, that the upcoming event, that she wanted a very beautiful dress, and that they would get ready to pull dresses for her to get ready to try on for her 30-year anniversary. So the lady that was the owner of the shop there, she was very impressed. Oh, that's very impressive. 30 years. Oh, wow. So Nelle says, like I said, that she's never had a proper lavish wedding, that she wanted one. So this ceremony would be that for her. I feel like she rushed out there and got married because, baby, when you try to take somebody else's husband, you got to hear them do what you got to do, because that's what it was giving. Because word on the street is that Chris Fletcher was still married during the time that you met him, when you met him at that nightclub up over there, and because the wife came out there and said that she and Chris were trying to reconcile. So it's given that you went out there and set up a good old wedding down there, probably at the courthouse, so that you and Chris can go on and get that good old wedding up in there, so you can go on and claim that man for yourself. That's what it gives. That's why you didn't have no church wedding, okay? Because you couldn't. You just kind of, hurry up and get married. Mm-hmm. And somebody said, wasn't she pregnant? I think she was knocked up too, child. So it was one of those pow weddings like Tisha and Marcel. Ooh, that was some shade. Now tries on a few dresses, child, and it appears she tried on one dress, and that one dress appeared to be the dress. All right. While she's standing there looking in the mirror, admiring the dress, Melody walks in, and she greets everyone. She compliments Nelle on the dress. Oh my God, Nelle, the dress is so pretty. You look so angelic. Oh my God, that's Nelle. So Mel. So Nelle then tells Mel, like, it's about time you get here. Like, you running a little late over here. I was like, girl, be glad she showed up to this bullshit at all from the way you been acting, because you ain't really been no good friend here lately, Nelle. So, hey, be glad. Hey, better late than never. I would have told her ass better late than never, because you ain't been a real friend to me anyway for my ass to be pulling up, watching you trying on no damn dresses anyway. Out here mad because you can't be somebody's mentor. Sit your ass down. Anyway, so Nelle is happy that Mel is there. And says that she is happy that she's there so that she can talk to her. So her focus is not on trying on the dresses and getting the perfect dress for this ceremony. Her mind is focused on sitting down to talk to Mel about not acknowledging her as her mentor. All right. So Nelle, after her daughter and the other young lady that was with them, they're sitting down, she and Mel are talking. Nelle begins to fake cry because she's gonna always muster up these fake ass tears. This is Nelle. Mel, I just wanted to say to you that I've been wanting to talk to you. And after looking at all these gowns, it just kind of came to me that you were saying that I wasn't your mentor or whatever. And I feel like I was being a real good mentor at one point, and you wasn't acknowledging that. Whole time Mel looking like, bitch, what? Like, what's going on here? All right, so Nelle and Mel, like I said, they sit and talk. They walked away. Her daughter and the other girl walked away. Mel let Nelle's daughter know that that Nelle was not her. So Mel let Nelle know that Nelle was not her mentor. Okay, yeah, yeah. So that kind of made Nelle upset. She starts this fake ass crying. So Nelle then tries to gaslight the hell out of Melody into feeling bad about saying that she was not her mentor. I said, child, this shit right here. I said, girl, if you don't stop this bullshit. All right, I'm gonna play the clip. Because I got it. Let's look at it. Because, baby, I said, what the hell is going on here? Nelle, you on some fake shit right now. All right. I said, girl, you should be focused on, like, your beautiful dress. But let's get into it. I do like the dress and the shoes that Mel had on, because y'all know I peeped that, child. I don't miss shit. I was like, oh, okay, come through pink heels, come through dress. Yes, I was feeling that. All right. So let's get into it. And Nelle's dress was cute too. I do like the little off the shoulder little thing, and then the little V cut in the front with the little booby action and the little fitting, a little body action. So I was feeling that. All right. So Nelle then goes on to say that she knew that her mom was sick, but she sat up until the early mornings to mentor Melody and Martell. She says, and then it hurt her for Mel to tell her that she didn't mentor her. So now you're throwing your mother in there, who you said was sick at the time, and that you had to leave her to go and mentor Mel and Martell. I would have said, listen, Mel, I'm kind of going through something right now with my mother, who is dying. Can I call you right back? Or, let's pray over the phone if you're kind of going through it right now. I'm not able to come to your home right now to sit and talk for hours and hours, but I am willing to right now while we're on the phone. Can we like pray together to just kind of ease your mind in terms of what you're dealing with right now? Because you kind of dealing with two different situations, and your priority at the time should have been your mother versus, and not saying that that's not being a great friend, but you got to deal with your mom if she's passing away. I mean, is that what you guys would have done? You can still be there for both, but then pray with her over the phone to let her know I'm here, I'm with you, but I kind of got to stay here now because my mom is not feeling well. All right, let's go ahead and play the clip.
I wanted you here.
Yeah.
Because this was very sentimental to me. And the last time I talked to you, I left unhappy.
Okay.
I really left unhappy.
Really? Okay.
I shut down. I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to call you, and every time I got ready to pick the phone up, I couldn't do it. I just shut down. This is a big day for me.
Mm-hmm.
With my own mother passing and won't be able to share this moment with me. And then my friend, because I tell everybody anyway, now we're socials, we ain't friends.
Mm-hmm.
With my friend feeling some type of way about me making a statement that I made,
mm-hmm.
and me owning up to it, and you rattling off about
why did you rattle?
You talking about me not being your mentor, and I was your mentor.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
It's like you played our relationship down, like you discredit me. You discredit the time that we spent together. I've stayed at your home, Martell's home, almost till the sun come up. Several nights, and I don't want to keep making it about my mom, but that's how I took it. Like, you knew my mom was sick. Like, I would ask my sister to stay here. I got to go check on my friend. I felt your pain. I felt what you've been through. I had been through that. And I'm like, she needs me. She needs me. And this is where I wanted to be. And I was where I wanted to be. But you discredit the time that we spent together. I was your mentor. You played with that. I was your mentor. I've mentored to you several nights.
What I remember, honestly, you was hounding down on Martell. I looked at it more as us all being friends. If we put the word mentor on it, I would say mentor to Martell. Because he was the one that y'all was checking.
You went through something.
I did.
And I was there, whether you want to call it friend, mentor. You actually used the word mentor to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I can receive that, and I appreciate that. You're not in that space anymore, and I'm glad you're not in that space anymore. What I'm saying is, I was there for you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just did not like the fact that you played down our friendship off of something that I said.
It kind of hurt me. That hurts me right there, that you've been feeling some kind of way all this time.
Right.
I'm not thinking you are holding feelings and bothered. You could have had an apology 6 weeks ago. So I apologize for that.
Okay, that's all I wanted. You gonna be at my bachelorette party?
Yeah, I'll come.
Maybe if I hire you like a little exotic stripper or something.
I just may have to borrow that cross on your chain because I'm pleading the blood of Jesus on anybody walking by halfway naked. And I'm bringing my holy oil.
Everybody know you freaky.
Miss Nelle.
How everybody know she freaky? I feel like that was a little dig right there. Was Nelle referring to this whole revenge P tape that was going around that all the cast have seen? How you know she freaky? Mel don't talk about what she do behind closed doors. So how you know Mel is freaky? How you know she freaky? Why you sitting up here holding on to a 6-week damn situation that you're asking her to give you a damn apology for because you feel away versus letting it go? Nelle is the type of person that sounds like that she kind of holds on to things and then she kind of uses that to control you emotionally. She kind of uses things like that to control you when she doesn't get what she wants. And she act real funny and make you feel guilty into apologizing her ass to make her feel better when she done held on to this shit. You done came to this girl house and everything. And if you felt that way, that strongly, then you should have said something like Mel said 6 weeks ago. Who holds on to shit for a whole fucking month or so? Girl, I'd have been like, I ain't coming, all right, because now I'm mad. I'd have been on that. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna be able to come. I ain't gonna be able to come. All right, I'll send you a card or some shit like that. But I ain't gonna be able to come because you don't piss me off. I'll send you a gift or a cash app or some shit like that. But you want some petty bullshit? Nah, I ain't gonna be able to be fake and come to your little bullshit. I'd have been on that. Yeah, mentor these nuts. That's what I told her ass. I'd have been on that petty bullshit. Like I said, Nell, you know what? Mentor these nuts and whatever. I ain't gonna be able to come over there. I'd have been on that shit. But chow. But yeah, I was like, hold up. When you knew about Mel being freaky, everybody know you freaky. I was like, girl, okay. But my thing is, like I was saying, if her mom was passing away, if her mom was dying, then I don't understand why you skipped over that in terms of telling your sister, you watch mama, I'm gonna go over here and sit with Mel and Martell and let them cry on my shoulder and mentor them about them having marital issues in their, marriage or whatever. I would think that Melody would understand as a true friend that your mother is dying and that would be, come president over her, talking to you about what she was going through, because she does have a village. I mean, she has her mother, she has her brother Marcus, she has her pastor, she has other real friends and people in her family that's there for her to, lean, that she can lean on if and when she's going through something. I mean, she has a praying mother. Miss Van was a first lady of a church, so she knows how to get Mel through and help her pray. Plus, Melody knows how to pray. But I feel like Nell just kind of put 20 on 10 when it came to this whole mentor bullshit, in terms of feeling like Mel had nobody else and that she was the only one that was there that Mel could rely on. No, you were not. She had her mama. And then you felt away when you told Chris Fletcher, she said, I have my mom, I have this person, I have that person. Yes, she does. It's called a village. It's called a village. But you chose to leave your dying mother, who needed you at the moment, to go over and listen to Martell's bullshit and lies when you could have stayed with your mama. Like, pretty much. And I ain't even trying to be insensitive, all right? But you cranked up them fake tears and you gaslighted the fuck out of Melody. And I'm happy that Melody was like, yeah, no, I didn't mumble. Mel was just like cracking jokes or whatever. And I was feeling it like, bitch, you ain't about to sit here and gaslight me, okay? Yeah, you're not going to do that. You can mentor these nuts and I'm getting ready to go. I'd have been on that. Peace out to your ass, okay? I'd have gave her that. But y'all are killing me in the comments. I'm tripping out. All right, so let's continue. The episode actually does end there. All right, let me get back to my main screen. The episode does end there. All right, this was not a long episode. It was not a long episode, but the episode does end there. I give this episode a 7 because it wasn't like, oh my God, this episode was just like, oh, it gave. Like, it did not really give me what it needed to give. It was boring as fuck. But I got through it, and I got through it for my caramelians, for those of you that watch me, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and look at what's going to happen next on Love and Marriage Huntsville, because we do have it, okay? Yes, we do. Let's get that pulled up for ya. Hold on. Is that it? I think that might be it. Hold on. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's go ahead and look at what's coming up next, child, because next episode, I think, is definitely going to push it over 8, 9, because Marceau and Martell, they're going to have an interaction, okay? Because y'all know we have not seen an interaction between the two of them. They haven't filmed together since the Destiny's Field Day event, where Martell was spilling tea, talking about Tisha was nasty in the back of Buicks, giving domes and all that, child, choking on schlongs and child with her legs up to the moon in the back of that damn Buick. And Marceau, child, was doing all the shit he was doing, and they were saying that Marceau was calling out men that Martell was with, but production bleeped it out, and then Marceau then called Ariana shareable side chick, and now that we found out he got videos on his phone of Ariana, child, get the choo-choo ran on her, child, to the damn trains, done jumped the damn tracks. I was like, oh Jesus, it's just giving too much. So next episode is gonna really be giving what it needs to give. Let's get into this, shall we?
Next on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
In regard,
why do they? I don't want to be petty, but why do they keep letting Tisha narrate the next episode? Next on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, girl, shut your ass up. Can we get closed caption? Or can we get somebody else to do this? I'm tired of Tisha narrating these damn scenes. Next on Next. It's next, okay? Next on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Girl. Anyway.
how Trisha and Martell ever met up in the first place.
Oh.
It wasn't as random as people seem to think. Chris Fletcher told him that he should reach out to her.
Kimmy, I'm sick of you in this damn Ike Turner Kings of Rhythm wig right here already. I don't know where the hell you found it. I don't know where you found this damn thrifty dress that you had on, and I don't know why you sashayed your scarecrow fro ass wearing up over there at Mel's house to be carrying her some bones when you just got done talking shit to her about her talking about DUI, Reese's damn DUI. I don't know why you brought your ass over there. I don't know why. Maybe, just maybe, you want to carry Melda up and read your ass down. Maybe that's what it was given. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was given. You just needed a good old read down, and I'm here to do it. Take your ass somewhere and sit down, because Mel didn't ask you. Didn't she just say on her live she don't want to hear no more bad news? She don't want to hear no more bullshit. So why are you coming up over there telling her about what Martell was? She know the nigga was a hoe. That's why she divorced him. She don't need you coming telling her shit about Martell, the good guy that you named him, about him smashing and dashing over there with Trish and her long chinned ass. Like she didn't want to hear that shit. She want to hear that shit. Take your ass in that damn Ike Turner Kings of Rhythm wig somewhere and sit your ass where they call the hell down. Listen to you.
Let's talk about the Madani launch party.
We're ready for that.
That's a name.
Oh God, not again. I'm sorry. Another Madani launch party. Like, girl, you launch more parties than NASA launched rockets when it comes to this fucking Madani. I'm tired of this bullshit. Like, Jesus Christ, can we get through a damn season without another Madani event? Like, my God.
These events tend to
looking like a fake ass Donna Summers in this damn wig Destiny got on. Dry ass Donna Summers Party City wig.
Get people a little turned up.
Back up what I said.
Bitches that we I'm not saying nothing about it.
I'm hoping.
Martell said, bitches that we fuck together. I was like, what is that, Martell? I was like, I ain't never seen a nigga start crump dancing when he reading a bitch down. Niggas that we crump together. I was like, what the fuck is that? Martell, turn this nigga off in here, okay? Damn. Martell that got mad as hell. He done turned into Ozone in that bitch. I remember Turbo and Ozone and Breaking. I said, what the fuck are we watching? Martell done turned into Turbo and Ozone in this bitch. Niggas that we fuck together.
That is not that.
Girl.
We're gonna have a good time regardless.
I've been getting paid. Apparently there was an open.
Is you gonna have any food there this time, Destiny? Some bologna sandwiches or something at least? Shit, some Lunchables. Can you spread some Lunchables on the table and some bottles of water to it make, to at least make them feel like they're eating something in that bitch? Lunchables are what, like $1.87 now, girl? Can you afford that? I don't know.
Open house, and at this open house, it was stated that you connected Martell and Trish.
That's a lot.
That's your favorite line right now, Chris. Everybody to bring up this Trish and Martell bullshit. Here go Chris. He can't wait until Mel finished saying what she had to say so he can jump in. Oh, that's a lie. Nigga, it's not a lie. You are a lie, okay? You are a lie because you did give him the information. You did give him her name. You did tell him where to go. So you did set it up. So if anybody lying, it's your ass, okay? You are lying. You lying more than your hair laying down from all that damn S-curl gel that your ass done put on there. All right, let's continue.
You sound pathetic.
Good job.
No, you're making your wife look pathetic.
Martell, you didn't clear the girls right there, okay? You didn't. With that old ass Easter suit on, looking like the Planters Peanut Man sitting up there, okay? That's what your ass looked like sitting there with a tight ass suit on, where you looking like you're checking your blood pressure in them damn sleeves that's tight as fuck. Why in hell do you got on this old ass Easter suit? Like, what is your Easter speech, okay? That was not a read down. And I like this particular scene because, like I said, we ain't seen from these two clowns here in a hot damn minute. And Marceau is getting ready to hand you your ass. Let's go.
You can storm off, but guess what?
I'm not going to storm off.
Guess what?
But look, it's okay.
I'm simply better than you. Understand that.
Bro,
in every aspect of your life.
Oh, did y'all see that look? I'm simply better than you in every aspect of your life. Like, nigga, I cheat better than you. I bitches better than you. I run trains better than you. I got a dumbass wife better than you, okay? Because y'all know Mel ain't nothing dumb about her. But hey, I still got all the shit that I had better than you. Like, nigga, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got no builder's license. Your hoe don't even want you no more. Like, you ain't getting no scenes on Love Marriage Huntsville no more. All your clothes is tight. All your tighty whities you can't pull all the way up. Yeah, nigga, you just out there. You just caught out there. You caught out there, Martell. And yeah, Marceau handed you your ass, and he looked you in your eyes and read you the fuck down. He ate and licked the plate on your ass. And that's what the fuck you get. Because nobody told you to take your tight suit wearing ass out there and fuck up your life and your damn marriage to where you ain't got no job, you ain't got no hoes, you ain't got shit now. You can't even get no more Popeyes because your broke ass ain't got no money. And that's what the fuck you get. Take your white lips home with your hungry ass and sit your ass down somewhere and reflect on why you fucked up your life. All right? And that's our show. I ain't got no more for you. I don't have no more for you. I hope y'all enjoyed this damn review. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Let me get back to my main screen, child. But again, I give that episode 10 episode 10, I give it a 7 because it was boring as hell. But yeah, that's all we got. Child, he can't get no more Popeyes because his broke ass ain't got no money. He can't eat with the kids no more because the school done told him, don't you bring that damn Uber truck back up here in our damn parking lot, bitch, or we gonna have your ass fucking arrested. All right? Don't you bring that damn truck up here smoking up the damn parking lot with no damn air conditioning in that bitch. Don't you bring your tight ass back up here. No the fuck more. To eat lunch, no fucking more. All right? We sick of your ass calling up to the school to see what the kids is having today. Anyway, that is all we got for you guys. Thank you, Belle Wilson, KBR Tyra, and Scorpion Miss for doing an awesome job of modding for me. And also thank you to all the content creators that came up in here, child, and showed your love and support. True TV Podcast, thank you. Purple Unicorn, Aries Girl Podcast, Deary Talk Show, Messy Hoes Atlanta, Boss Lady Brand, Girlfriend Chronicles. I saw the Chronicles of Kim K up in here as well. Love seeing her and any other content creator that stopped by that I may have missed. Thank you guys for being here as well. All right. Instead, I give this read a 10. Thank you, girl. All right. Because, we does read down. We can read and we can also read. Okay. Yes, God, we can. Love you guys down. I will see you guys in the morning team for Car Chronicles per usual. All right. If you enjoyed the show, please don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to this channel so that you will be privy to all videos to come. All right. Also, if you are love to support, please do not forget to support my petition that we have out because, yes, we do have one. All right. If you don't want to sign, you can also share or drop a nice little comment there as well. All right. Thank you again to all my Caramelians. Love you guys all the way down. I promise. At the end of the day, let's get out of here, honey. Y'all can twerk yourself on out of here. Please leave plenty of comments to let me know how you enjoyed the show. Until next time, bye.